My name is Lauren Johnson and this is my 1968 Mark 1 Mini Cooper S. Bought this car about 7 years ago, or my husband bought it for me. I would say it was in moderate condition. I've done the whole interior of the vehicle. Everything under the engine bay is brand new. We've restored as much as we could. It was this colour when we bought it, but it was just had chips and scratches and whatnot in it. So we've just given it a touch up. On the actual compliance plate, it does say burgundy, but this is not the original colour. A lot of parts were rusted through, so we've had to add, bits of the originality back to it. So things to hold the boot board in. All the tanks were in fairly poor condition, so we've had to respray that whole area. Tanks out and tanks back in was a bit of a challenge, especially because we didn't put the tail lights in to start with. So there was a bit of cursing when we had to put the tail lights in with the tanks in already. Under the bonnet there was a lot of detail as well, so I've added bits and pieces to it. But yeah, just getting the aspects of the vehicle correct back to what it should have been. Even the radiator shroud was missing, so I've had to refine one of those. The top we've had to keep because it's obviously got the original numbers on it, so we've had to again modify that to suit back to the radiator shroud. The car drives basically like a go-kart, I would say. It brings a smile to my face as soon as I get in to drive it, but we have upgraded the engine, so it's all brand new. So we're just running that in at the moment. So I've got to be a little bit more gentle on it. I do like to put the foot down when I do get in it, so yeah, again, once it's running properly, I will be able to tell you a little bit more detail on that, but at the moment it's running really, really nice. The badging on the car, some is original and some isn't. The actual one on the front is an original badge. It still has a little bit of old, unique condition to it, whereas some of the rear ones were in too poor a condition to reuse, so we've had to upgrade them to the latest badging. So getting back to the interior of the vehicle, the steering wheel alone, that was a masterpiece that I just wanted for the car. It is a Motor steering wheel, so it's been sourced from England. Apparently only 2 of them have ever been used on the Minis themselves. Everyone else keeps them on a wall for decoration, but mine's there to be used. As for the gear shift knob and the handbrake lever, all of those sort of things, they're just little bits of extra chrome and it's got the Cooper written on it. So just, again, personal taste. I've sourced all those parts from England. So future plans for the vehicle, there's not a lot of them around, but I'm looking at supercharging the Mini. I know that's, again, not original, but it's something I've wanted to do and I think it'll get a really good boost out of it. I'm not trying to turn it into a drag car, but I like fast cars. So if we can give the Mini a little bit more of a boost, I think that's going to benefit. Basically, to do the supercharger side of things, we're going to have to do motor out again, which much to my husband's disgust. Motor out, the cam has actually got to be changed from the mild to a super cam. I haven't been told exactly what that magic cam is yet, but apparently it's the bee's knees. The cam, the head work, there's a lot of detail in the head work, so that'll be taken off and sent away to Victoria for a gentleman there to work on. Then it's a matter of coming back with the supercharger kit and fitting it in, where basically the twin SUs and the Carby are at the moment, it'll replace that and it'll go back to a bigger single SU Carby. I do try and daily drive it, but with all the modifications that we've done, it's spent a fair bit of its life off the road. Coming into summer, it's probably the hotter months to be driving it, but again, I still love it. So it's probably a weekly driver more so than a daily. Yeah, but everywhere I go, I get people smiling and taking photos and yeah, just bringing back the original Mini. Only my husband calls me Juan Fangio. As soon as I get in it, that's basically, yeah.